All right. Well, this is a song by one of my favorite artists. Actually, my favorite song by one of my favorite artists, Bob Dylan. Tangled Up in Blue. I remember very clearly when I was in fourth grade, or not fourth grade. I was 4 years old, in fact. And my dad was driving me to school, and I remember specifically hearing Tangled Up in Blue. So while you guys were probably listening to Raffi, I was listening to Bob Dylan. But here we go, Tangled Up in Blue. Early one morning, the sun was shining, I was laying in bed, wondering if she'd changed at all, if her hair was still red. Her folks said that our lives together sure was gonna be rough. They never did like Mama's homemade dress, Papa's bank book wasn't big enough. And I was standing on the side of the road, rain falling on my shoes, headed out for the East Coast. Lord knows I paid my dues getting through. Tangled up in blues. She was married when we first met, soon to be divorced. I helped her out of a jam, I guess, but used a little bit too much force. We drove that car as far as we could and abandoned it out west. Split it up on a dark sad night, both agreeing that it was best. She turned around and looked at me as I was walking away. I heard her say over my shoulder, we'll meet again someday on the avenue. Tangled up in blue. I had a job in the great north woods, working as a cook for a spell, but I never did like it all that much, and one day the axe just fell. So I drifted down to New Orleans, where I happened to be employed, working for a while on a fishing boat right outside the Delacroix. And all the while I was alone, the past was close behind. I seen a lot of women, but she never escaped my mind, and I just grew tangled up in blue. She was working in a topless place, and I stopped in for a beer. She was standing. Wait, hang on. All right, that's wonderful. She was working in a topless place, and I stopped in for a beer. I just kept looking at the side of her face in the spotlight so clear. Then later on, as the crowd thinned out, I was just about to do the same. She was standing there on the back of my chair, said, "Don't I know your name?" I muttered something underneath my breath. She studied the lines on my face. I must admit I felt a little uneasy when she bent down to tie the laces of my shoe. Tangled up in blue. She lit a burner on the stove and offered me a pipe. I thought you'd never say hello, she said you look like the silent type. Then she opened up a book of poems and handed it to me, written by an Italian poet from the 13th century. And every one of them words rang true and glowed like a burning coal, pouring out of every page like it was written There was music in the cafes at night and revolution in the air. And then he started into dealing with slaves and something inside of him died. He had to sell everything he owned and he froze up inside. And finally when the bottom fell out, I became withdrawn. The only thing I knew how to do was to keep on keeping on like a bird that flew, tangled up in blue. So now I'm going back again. I got to get to her somehow. All the people we used to know, they're an illusion to me now. Some are mathematicians, some are carpenters' wives. I don't know how it all got started, I don't know what they're doing with their lives. But me, I'm still out on the road, headed for another joint. We always did feel the same, we just saw it from a different point of view. Tangled up in blue. Thank you very much.
Yeah.